Hi guys, Cosplay Lane here. So this particular story is me directly out of beauty college, and it's regarding the client that actually got herself banned from every single one of the greater salons in my area for her actions towards me and how she pretty much tried to rob me. And it's a pretty crazy story. Let's go ahead and get started. The worst client I ever had, and this one's actually kind of hilarious. So this is, after I was licensed and after I started working in a salon, and my coworker had a referral coupon on her station, and this gal came in for a perm, and her address showed an address from like 2 hours away. So my first thought was, why is she coming into my salon at 7 p.m. to get a perm when she lives 2 hours away? And I asked her, do you live around here? She says no. And I'm thinking, this is a little strange. So we go ahead and walk over to my station, because the first thing she did is she made me help her shop, made me hold her shopping bag while she shopped. And I was like, this is fine because she's picking out hair products. I'm going to get a commission anyways. So in my mind, I'm thinking, yeah, let's shop. That's okay. You're being rude to me, but I'm not going to say anything because I'm making money off you. So whatever, be as rude as you want. We start walking back to my station, and she actually steals a referral coupon from my coworker's station by the time we reach my station. So my coworker's station, my station, we walk in front of it. She grabs the referral off of my coworker's station, and we sit down at my station, and she says, by the way, I have this. It came to me in the mail. This is a coupon that I have. And I pick it out and I read it, and it has my coworker's name on it. It has my coworker's name on it. This coupon is not printed, mailed out or anything like that. This coupon is for my coworker to give to her clients to give to another client. So literally no way that this could be mailed out. And this coupon pretty much says, hey, I loved my last stylist, here's a coupon, and then if you refer someone, you get a referral coupon yourself. So as I'm reading this does not make any sense, and I'm like, oh, this shouldn't come to your mailbox. This is my coworker's referral program coupon, and this only works with my coworker, and this only works if one of my coworker's clients gave you this coupon, and you'll have to tell me their names so we can send them their coupon. And she's like, oh, never mind. And she like crumples it up and puts it in her purse, and I'm like, shit, this is gonna be a shitty client. So I grab my consultation sheet and I start writing down everything about her perm and all of her reference photos. I'll go ahead and describe her, because why not? She is a white gal that's wearing all cheetah print. And she wants all of her photos that she showed were of natural ethnic hair. And I told her, permed curls aren't the same as natural ethnic hair, and you can't really perm a white person's hair, or I didn't say white person's, but someone with fine limp hair, and make it look like this. And she had probably like hair to here, and she was showing pictures of natural curly hair where the curls were obviously like all, if straightened, it would be like down to their butts, and it was curled up, and it was like beautiful, like this tight. So if it was straight, it'd be to your butt, and curled, it was like this. And I told her, if we give you those tight of curls, it would be to here, and it would just come down like a triangle. Like I told her, this is impossible. She said, fine, whatever, we'll do it your way. And I'm like, okay. So we decided on more of a very big beach wave, pretty much. We were gonna do, hairdressers out there will know, we were doing the orange rods for her, which was more of that looser body wave, which is just what we decided on, because she didn't want her hair any shorter than this. And I told her, if you perm your hair is gonna get shorter. Anyways, we go ahead and get started, and when we get started, she immediately pulls out her phone and she starts doing a Skype video call while I am perming or wrapping up her perms. And she's like, hey girl, just getting my hair done, like that, while I'm just like an actual woman from the retail section, like a customer, comes up and she's like, this isn't okay. She's like, you should sit still. She can't do her work. Like, she was watching for so long, and she was like horrified by what she was seeing. And my client's all like, don't talk to me like that. And I'm just like, oh. At this point I'm thinking, I really don't want to do her hair. I really don't want to do her hair. I want to get me out, get me out, get me out, please, please, please. I finished wrapping her hair through a very long process. This probably took me twice as long as the average person to wrap her perm because it was taking so long, and I sit her out in the back to start drying her perm rods so we can actually put the solution on there a little bit. And while she's drying, I run over to my manager and I'm like, I don't want to do her hair. And she's like, but she's already wrapped. And I'm like, yes, but she's awful. And my manager's like, look, she's wrapped already. She's been here for a couple hours. It's getting real close to like closing time at 9 o'clock. Just finish her hair. It'll be quick. You just have the perm solution left. It'll just be fine. I'll be here alone with you, so it's okay. And I'm like, ugh. So I walk back towards the shampoo bowls where my client is, and that customer from before, she had actually stuck around the entire time, and she comes and grabs me and she's like, can I give you a hug? And I'm like, yes. And this girl, this woman I've never met before, actually hugs me, and she's like, I am so sorry. I've never seen anyone be so disrespected like that right in front of me. I tried so hard to make her stop. I am so sorry. And I'm just like, thank you. Anyway, I go over, I grab my client and I put her at the shampoo bowl and I started applying the perm. I do it exactly the way you're supposed to, including the Vaseline, the cotton swab, making sure it doesn't touch her scalp, the entire thing. Double row, double row, double row, check to see it's saturated on the bottom. Capped. Then we started waiting for 20 minutes processing time, and then I'm checking every 5 minutes. So I check every 5 minutes, and yeah, she's processing fine. Everything is going good. No scrubbing, no scratching, no anything like that. My nails are short because I am doing hair, and it's very hard for me to do hair when I have long nails. You guys can see these are short nails. They are stained because of hair color. Alright guys, so I brought my client back to my salon chair to diffuse her hair ever so slightly so she's not just towel dried and still dripping wet. So we diffused her ever so slightly. She loved her curls. She was going crazy for them. She was like, oh my god, they're the best thing ever, best perm of my life. And then she's like, thank you so much. I'm gonna go pay up front. You have a nice night. And I'm like, good. That sounds nice. So I'm glad everything went well, and I started cleaning up the salon, and I head up to the front because I start to hear kind of a commotion. So I head up there, and some of this is what my salon manager had told me had occurred afterwards, the stuff that I didn't hear because I had come a little bit late, and then some of it is what I heard, you know, standing right there. But here is the entire story. So she had approached the counter and she said, all right, I'm ready to pay, here you go, and here's my card. And then she swiped her card and nothing, it didn't work, it was declined or whatever. And she's like, oh shoot, she's like, I need to go into my home and get my other card because this is the only card I have. And she's like, but I live 2 hours away, so I'll have to come tomorrow morning to pay. And my manager had already thought this girl is a train wreck. She wasn't going to pay in the first place. She had planned this and we're never going to see her again. So she said, no. She's like, the front door is locked, you can't leave, we're closed, you're stuck in here, and you're gonna have to call someone and get them to bring you a card, because if you don't pay right now, we're gonna call 911 and you're gonna be arrested. And by the way, this service was, you know, like over $100 because she had a deep conditioning treatment, a trim, and all this other stuff added on. And she's like, but she's like, I don't have anyone I can call. And she's like, just let me get to my car because my card's in there. And then my manager was like, but you said your card was at home. And she's like, yeah, no, I don't know what I was thinking. It's just in my car. And she's like, you're not leaving. If you don't pay right now, we're gonna call 911. She's like, do you want to borrow our phone? Because the girl's like, I can't call anyone, my phone is dead. And she's like, then you can use our phone. And she's like, oh, no. And she's like, you know what, I can't afford to pay right now because I paid my babysitter before I came here and I need to pay my babysitter, like I can't pay. And my manager's like, that's tough, but you shouldn't have gotten your hair done if you can't afford it. Like, why would you get something that you can't afford? And she's like, no, I'm dead serious. And then she pulls out her phone that is clearly still on and still has battery, goes to her bank account and shows her bank account statement. She's like, see, I don't like have any money. I can't pay. And my manager's like, then I guess I'm gonna call 911. And she's like, wait. The reason I'm not paying is because I don't like my hair. And of course, she only said this after she was told that we're gonna call 911 if she's not gonna pay. And my manager's like, oh really? What don't you like about it? And she's like, everything. And my manager's like, can you be more specific? And she's like, well, here, these are my reference pictures. And then that's when I bring up my consultation sheet and I'm like, here's my consultation sheet. It says right here that we decided not to follow those pictures, and we had both decided not to do that because those pictures were unrealistic. We cannot get that with a perm. We discussed this, and here's your signature underneath our discussion right here. And she's like, oh, I just, it's so much shorter. Like, it's shorter. And we're like, I actually showed you, and we can look on the cameras if you like, that we did cut your hair and we cut very little bit, and I asked you if you wanted more. You said yes, and we cut just a little bit more. And you said you were happy with that length. And she's like, oh, okay. And then she pulls out $200 in cash. Guys, I'm not even fucking with you. She pulls out $200 in cash. And she's like, here you go. And we're like, you were clearly just trying to scam us because first you said you couldn't pay and you had to go home to pay. Your card was at home. Now it's in your car. Now that you say you can't pay, you have $200 in your pocket ready to pay. Then you show us your bank account trying to say that you can't pay because you're a poor girl. And then you try to say that you can't pay because you don't like your hair. And then when we prove that there's no legitimacy to your argument, then you pay with cash that you had in your pocket the entire time. Like, no, this girl is a scammer. So she leaves, and my manager's like, this was an attempted theft, so we're actually going to make a report of this and send it to all our sister salons in the area so she can't scam any of the other sister salons. So we go to the computer and we write down her information to send to the other salons to say, do not accept this client report. And when we copy down the information, we realize that this was all fake information that she gave to us, including her name. Everything was fake, including her name. So the next day, we actually had a corporate call from her to try to get her money back for her service. And she was threatening to sue. She sent a demand letter for, it was like $200, which was the cost of her service plus extra, because she said, guys, are you ready for this? She said, not that she didn't like her hair, not that she was disrespected, that I had physically assaulted and attacked her by clawing at her face. Guys, I'm not even fucking with you. This woman actually called corporate and claimed that she wanted $200 from corporate or else she will sue them because I maliciously grabbed onto her and started swiping and attacking her with my claws and yelling at her, and it was a physical altercation.
Guys, I'm not even fucking with you. Corporate contacted us, and we told them, like, no, that did not happen, and we have cameras. And they're like, okay, let's tell her that. So corporate responds to her, and this is all through email. Corporate responds to her, and they say, we have running cameras in our salons, and we cannot find any altercations that occurred in the salon or outside the salon. And she didn't respond after that. I was actually afraid to leave the salon that night because I was afraid that she was going to assault me. And she sat out in her car for a very long time before she left, but my manager actually walked me to my car because I was so terrified. And she's like, don't worry, I won't let her touch you. And she didn't. And no, I never actually assaulted her, nor did it become a physical altercation. She would have loved for that to happen. But let me tell you guys, I'm a strong gal, but kind of not really. I'm squishy. I'm a strong gal, but I'm not strong enough to actually have a fist and clawing fight with client. That was probably the most hilarious accusation I've ever gotten. And to this day, when I tell people in my salon, like, yeah, no, a client actually tried to sue us saying I physically assaulted her and clawed her face, they're always like, you? Anyway, guys, it's pretty clear why that was the worst client experience to ever occur to me, and the worst salon experience to ever occur to me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.